What is the worst internet trend that you remember? Social experiments. The term was abused by pranksters to cause inconvenience, but then immediately say it's a social experiment, so that the victims are more reluctant to voice their anger, and the pranksters can get away with it. Oh god, so true. It's just straight up harassing people on the street. It's straight up abuse. I think it was H3H3 that exposed that Bradbury guy who did fake kidnapping videos. That can fuck you up in the head. YouTube started the 10-minute long video trend so that videos could maximize earnings. So many videos could be wrapped up in 90 seconds, but now everything's stretched out. Now it's the norm and there's no going back. Lockpicking lawyer and ProZD still being good guys with less than 2-minute videos. Probably because they have real jobs and don't need YouTube money. Yeah, you can tell with a name like Lockpicking Lawyer he probably isn't hurting for money that badly. Chainmail. You must forward this message to 20 people or else you'll have 7 years of bad luck. Still a thing. Still annoying as hell. It's sort of moved to WhatsApp now. I get religion themed chain messages about how they are doing 1 million prayers or so and not to break the chain. If you don't forward it, you basically hate God apparently. And then there's the recurrent WhatsApp will block your account unless you send this message to 10 people thing. Swatting was pretty bad. Is pretty bad? I think the rate for streamers went down at least. It's also highly illegal, to the point they are now arresting the people who do it and even charging them thousands of dollars. Rightfully so. People can get seriously hurt just because a jackass decided to play some sick joke. Not to mention traumatize the shit out of the streamer. Blank challenge. 99% were just horrible for your health. Things like the cinnamon challenge. The worst I saw it get was someone tried to start the fire extinguisher challenge. The guy put the nozzle in his mouth and hit the lever. No matter what extinguisher you're using, this is incredibly stupid. What's worse though, is he picked a dry chemical extinguisher. The second he hit that lever, he blasted a lifetime's worth of microparticulate into his lungs. His lungs are absolutely, unequivocally, well and truly fucked. Too long didn't challenges lead to stupid people doing stupid shit? What the hell? This actually happened? Ever checked out Tide Pods and Skullbreaker 2? People are still dying while taking selfies, so yeah. Saw a video of girl on the 10th story of her apartment or hotel taking a selfie. She leaned over the railing and the video is on YouTube. That made my stomach drop thinking about it. I'm terrified of heights. So am I. I lived on 16th floor. Window washing was not fun for me. People lighting themselves up in the fire. Snorting a condom and through your nose back through the mouth. Another condom related challenge where you put water inside and drop it in your head. The Skullbreaker challenge and the penny challenge. Thinking about Harlem Shake and what does the fox say kinda cringe but still better than now. The challenge where they dropped a condom on your head wasn't dangerous at all, it's just like dropping a water balloon on your head. Yeah, that one was at least both harmless and mildly amusing. Licking ice cream and putting the tub back at supermarkets. Luckily that died out when they started charging people for doing that. The reason they started charging them because a law that was made years ago because some deranged individual decided to put cyanide pills in Tylenol bottles. Labeling a GeoCities page with some animated GIF saying this site is under construction, and then never finishing the site. Similar to Rob Top Games' website. It's been under construction for at least 7 years. I remember trying to visit it in 2013 and it not having been any different to what it is now. Farmville. All of my aunts let their young children create Facebook accounts just so they could send themselves gifts through them. My Facebook feed used to be full of pictures of everyone's farms. I actually miss those early Facebook days. My feed was full of family, friends, and Farmville. It all went to shit in 2015, and now it's all hate, opinion, divisiveness, and more hate. Man. Yes. I admit I never got into Facebook, but back in the day it was my cousins showing off their kids, my grandmother liking everything everyone did, and my mom sharing endless cute animal videos. What the fuck happened? I don't use or have used TikTok ever, but I remember watching a YouTube video about the Benadryl challenge where you swallow 300 mg of it, which can lead to trips that might traumatize you or cause heart problems. I also heard that apparently a teen girl died trying it, but I'm not sure about that. That phase where people put mustaches on everything. Think of all the shitty finger tattoos those fucks still have to live with. Ugh, I know a guy with rage comic tattoos. Amazing. Reject modernity, return to tradition, rage comics. When there was an Alvin and the Chipmunks version of nearly every pop song. To be honest, social media. I miss when the internet was playing games and making friends with strangers who all lived way too far away to ever actually meet. I miss old school internet forums. Social media and Reddit has killed most of them off now, unfortunately. All the ones I used to frequent eventually died out in the early 2010s. Same dude. Although I do find Discord to slowly but surely replace the tight-knittedness of those small online communities. Don't judge me challenge. It was literally drawing pimples on your face and a unibrow and calling yourself ugly and then wiping it off and being hot. People asking about whether or not a movie is good, and then someone spoiling it without a spoiler tag, and saying there, I just saved you $10. Dick move, all the way around. I'm glad that trend is gone. Spoiling to be a dick is definitely not gone though. A lot of people do it still on the internet. I still don't get what kick people get. Like, you don't even get a reaction. I had something I was very much looking forward to spoiled in a random Reddit comment a few years ago. For no reason. Just a comment saying lol X happens. The cinnamon challenge. I remember the Mythbusters figuring out how to cheese it. Pretty sure this predates the internet. We were doing this long before it was a social media thing and it was just as stupid then. Anyone remember Crazy Frog? Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. What's going on? Not so bad these days, but I remember about 10 years ago when YouTube had a real problem with fake trailers for upcoming movies. Halo movie trailer, Friends movie teaser, etc. Hard to believe it didn't break any rules on YouTube. You can still search basically any popular movie followed by a 2 and you'll get fake, ahem, fan-made trailers. Clanking. What was the point of that? Or the paracetamol challenge? Sorry, the what challenge? Edit. I know what paracetamol is. I'm asking in astonishment, not an actual question. Bonsai kittens. Taking it way back. Tide Pods. Also, people judging entire generations because like 3 of them ate Tide Pods, and several more faked it, but the clickbait sites said they were all doing it. The Yanny and Laurel thing. This one is real annoying in real life too. In Dutch yes is ja, but in the dialect here the vowel sounds like the AU in Laurel. While no in dialect here is nin and the vowel sounds like the A in Yanny. All my life my mother would sometimes hear no when I clearly said yes, and I couldn't understand how until I learned about that Laurel Yanny thing. She only hears Yanny. Salt and ice challenge. I knew a guy who scarred his hand doing that. Anything with the word challenge. Particularly when the activity itself isn't even challenging. The ice bucket challenge actually did a lot of good. The ALS foundations got to raise a whole lot of money and it helped a ton. First. As the first comment on anything posted online. You still see it here and there, but fuck, it was so stupid and sad. Remember that trend where people were snorting condoms up their nose and out their mouth? What a waste. They should have used them first. It's their parents who should have been using condoms correctly.